Hello everybody and welcome back. So today I'm going to be demoing 3 looks using the new Pat McGrath and Bridgerton collection. This is their second collection with the show, and I have to say I like this one way more than the first one. There's so many gorgeous colors in here that are really up my alley. Today's video is in collaboration with Pat McGrath, so a huge thank you to them for supporting me and for sponsoring today's video. It means so much to me. So the pieces I'm going to be using today are of course the eyeshadow palette. This is called the Mothership Belle of the Ball, and you get 6 beautiful shadows in here with all different textures. I am filming the intro after this, as you can tell, but I was able to use each shade in here, so you'll be able to see all of them in action today. I'm also going to be trying out their new lipstick formula. First of all, look how freaking cute these components are. This bow is so cute. This formula is brand new to Pat McGrath, like I just mentioned. These are called the SatinAllure lipsticks. And the other products I'm going to be showing you on my body are the Skintillating Diamond Body Shimmers. I have both shades, Pale Moon and Golden Majesty. These are arriving just in time for summer. I can't wait till it gets a little bit warmer so I can smother myself in these beautiful shimmers. I'll also include a few clips of them in direct sunlight so you can really see them in full potential, but I also swatched them in my normal lighting just so you can see what they look like just in natural lighting in the shade. But those are the pieces I'm going to be using today. So before we get into the 3 looks, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So I'm going to create a couple looks just so I can show you each shade in this palette. So for the first look, I'm going to be focusing around this shadow right here, which is one of my all-time favorite formulas from Pat McGrath. I just love this kind of pressed glitter. The way that this shadow shines in lower light settings is incredible. It's so romantic, so eye-catching. So I'm going to first create something a bit more soft and romantic to kick this video off. I'm going to start off with this shade right here in the crease, and I'm going to really diffuse this one out. I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush with that same shade. I'm going to take a little bit of that same pink shadow for a sheer amount of definition on the outer corner, and I'm going to do these circular motions just so I get that really softened look. Now with my finger, I'm going to be picking up that beautiful glittery shade. This one's really gorgeous because it has more of a pink base, but it also has some golden glitter, some pink glitter. Yeah, there's a few colors of glitter in this one. And I'm going to tap that with my finger over that pink shade as well, but I'm concentrating it mostly in that blank area we left on my mobile lid. That is so beautiful already. And I'm going to take this satin shade right here. It's kind of like a pale rose shade with a little bit of golden in it, and I'm going to be using that as my inner corner highlight. Ooh, that is powerful. And then I'm going to take a smaller angled brush with this matte plum shade, and I'm going to enhance my lash line with a baby wing. I'm not going to be taking it from my lower lash line like I usually would. I'm going straight out from the outer corner. I just want my lash line to pop. I'm gonna pretend I didn't do that. Okay, I accidentally flicked it out, but it kind of ended up in my favor because that looks really nice. And just to define my outer corner on the lower lash line, I'm going to take a bit of this first shade we went in with right here. And it's actually described as an eye blush. And I love that. That sounds so exciting to me. And I'm going to place this on my outer corner, just right here. I don't want to enhance my lower lash line over here too much. I just want to keep it on the outer bits. And then you can do your final little touches, but overall this is a very quick but very romantic eye. I'm just going to quickly do this eye off camera, add some mascara, and I'll show you the final look, and then we'll put one of the lipsticks on. And here's an up close shot of the first look, all complete with mascara and both eyes done. I really love how this one turned out. It's very soft and elegant and romantic. And I really like these tones against my eyes. So now let's put on a lip. This is called the SatinAllure lipstick. I have the shade Elson 5, which is this gorgeous red shade, and I think it'll really complement this look with all of the berries going on. So I'm first going to line my lips using the Pat McGrath, the PermaGel Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Supernatural. So this Satin Shine lipstick has a satin finish. It has medium buildable coverage. It's supposed to hydrate and condition your lips, and it has a comfortable, weightless, creamy texture. I'm going to apply this full on so you can see the color at its full opacity, but I might take it off just so that it's a hint of red, just to suit this look a little bit more since it's on the softer side. So let's swipe it on. Ooh, it might be even nice full on. Who knows? Let's see. I originally thought that that was going to be too much, but it has like a sheerness to it, but it is very saturated in tone too, but it's still like, I feel like it works, you know, it works. So here is the finished final first look. So now I'm going to quickly, sadly, wash it off, and then we'll move on to the second look. So I'm going to start off with that same pink shade that we initially went in with the first look, and I'm taking it on this nice angled brush, and I'm going to be using this shade to kind of sketch out the general shape that I want for this look. I think I want the focal point of this look to be this gorgeous kind of soft tealy blue. It's really pretty and icy, but I think it's going to contrast beautifully with these more plum and berry tones. And I'm going to be doing kind of a more sharp look. So I'm taking this angled brush, and how am I going to start this? I'm going to go from the outer corner of my lower lash line to begin with. And I'm going to bring that straight out. I'm going to go up until pretty much the end of my brow. Then I'm going to bring that angle inwards. I want it to be a bit curved. I want like a soft S curve almost to this right here. A little swoopy action. I'm now going to take that deep plum, and I'm going to fill in and overlap what we just created. I sketched it out with that softer shade just so that I could fix it easier if I did end up messing up, and it's kind of easier to control that way. But now I'm going to build this up full opacity. You might get a little fallout because I am adding so much pressure to the brush. So if you do end up trying this look, maybe you want to do your eyes first before your base. And I'm just going to diffuse the edge here once I get to my actual outer corner. And I'm going to start incorporating that softer color, the one we sketched out this look with. And then with my finger, I'm going to take that blue, and I'm going to pat McGrath this onto my lid here. I'm putting down my finger and kind of tugging at my lid softly, just so that it really adheres to my lid. I want the most opacity onto my mobile lid right here, and I want it to kind of softly diffuse in the crease. I'm going to take that little brush back with that pink, just so that we have like a nice bridge between these two colors. And I just wipe my brush off, and I'm going to softly blend this in the crease just to kind of scatter the shimmer a bit, and so that I ensure that I have a soft blend into the inner corner with no harshness. And I'm also going to take that pink and brush that on my lower lash line. And to highlight my inner corner, I'm going to be using this shade once again. I was initially going to use the same kind of tealy minty shade, but I feel like this has a bit of pink in it, so it ties in this side of the look to the inner. I'm just going to repeat it on this side, add some mascara, and I'll be right back. And here is the second eye look done. I love how this one turned out, and with my mascara I only put it on the outer corners, and I layered it up a couple times, and I feel like it almost gives like a butterfly wing effect. I really love how this one turned out. I think the colors are so gorgeous and it's very impactful, but there's a bit of softness at the same time. I don't want to wash this one off. I should have kept this one as my last look. Regrets. For my lips, I did quickly line them again with Supernatural from Pat McGrath, and now I'm going to be using the shade Negligee from the SatinAllure lipstick line once again. This is a little pink packaging, and it's so freaking cute. I knew this lipstick would be perfect. This is a very My Lips But Better shade. It looks like they just took a sample of my lip color and put it into a tube. That's perfect. I wanted to try something. When I first saw these lipsticks, I wanted to switch the caps. That is so cute too. That kind of bugs me at the same time. But here is the second finished look all done. I'm gonna have to take a pause and take a couple photos of this look. I am very proud of this one. So now there's just one shadow I haven't used yet in my looks, and it's this beautiful green shade. It's like a nice chartreuse, and it's so sparkly. I really want it to be the focal point of my last look. I just quickly swatched it. So here it is on its own, and here it is layered on a black liner. So you can see it kind of enhances it even more. I don't have a shadow this color in my collection. When I first saw this palette, my eyes went straight to that green. So I am going to incorporate two other things aside from this palette. So I'm first going to take this EYEDOL from Pat McGrath. Yes, I've damaged it a couple times through, but she's still kicking. It's the shade Statuesque. It's my favorite crease color. It's just the perfect neutral shade. It can lean a little bit more cool or warm, but most of all, it just contours my crease, and I feel like it always makes my eye look more put together. So I'm taking that with a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to diffuse this into my crease. This would be so cool over like a black smoky eye just in the center to really add some interest. There's so many ideas I have for this shadow, but I think I'm just going to use it alone with my finger so we can see what it looks like on its own. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. It's such a smooth shadow. It's gliding on so nicely, but it's also like grabbing onto my eyelid really nicely. Okay, it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So like the green stays where I applied it, but the little gold flecks that are in this shadow are kind of spreading onto the statuesque shadow, and it's doing a beautiful thing. And with this, I envisioned a nice winged liner, so I'm going to create that with the Pat McGrath PermaGel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in the shade Extreme Black. And here is the third and final look all finished. I am so hypnotized by this green. The way it shimmers is beautiful, and it's such a unique green. I feel like it matches my eye color perfectly, and I'm really excited to experiment with this palette even more. But for this eye look, I'm going to first line my lips with the lip liner in the shade Buff. It's a nice pink kind of peach lip liner, so I feel like it's going to add some freshness, and I love peaches paired with greens. I think it's just such a flattering combo. And I'm going to be using that same lipstick I used the last time, the shade Negligee. But now I'm just going to put my bangs down, and I will be right back. And here's the finished final look with the bangs down. But all in all, I think I am the most excited to have this eyeshadow palette in my collection. I think this is my favorite piece from the things that I've tried today. I think this is a really well curated eyeshadow palette. All of the tones in here make sense. They layer on top of one another beautifully. They make sense color-wise and texture-wise. You'll always get something really fun and eye-catching. And I'm also excited to have this one on hand if I'm doing something a bit more neutral, but I want to reach for a fun shimmer shade. I think these are very different from the shades I already have in my collection, so I think it's going to fit in here perfectly. And of course, all of them performed beautifully. They're all very saturated in tone. All the textures are very smooth and easy to work with. I think they did an amazing job on this eyeshadow palette. I'm also really happy with the new lipstick textures. I can't believe how cute this packaging is, and they do feel just like they were described as. They're very lightweight, they're buildable, they have a really nice nourishing feel, and the body shimmers are going to be so fun for summer. I wish I had these in my hands last weekend. I would have loved to smother my legs in this gorgeous shimmery glitter. it would have been fun. But that's going to be it for me today, you guys. I just wanted to say another huge thank you to Pat McGrath for sponsoring today's video. It means so much. It's such an honor to work with them again. I do have a link for 10% off. It will be in the description down below, as well as all of the links of each piece individually. But that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.